In August, I think it was August 2nd of 1987.
Okay.
I was working on the Manson file, and I'd been trying to Xerox a picture of Gary Hinman. I'm sure people who know the case have seen the court drawing from the coroner of the wounds of Gary Hinman, whose ear was sliced. For some reason, the Xerox machine kept malfunctioning. So there I am, August of 87, looking at this picture of Gary Hinman's ear wound. Of course, and for people who don't know the case, basically Manson went to the music teacher and drug dealer Gary Hinman's house and cut his ear with a knife from the Straight Satan's motorcycle gang.
Well, it was more like a sword, wasn't it? Like a machete?
It was like a cutlass, like a pirate's cutlass.
Right.
He slashed his ear, nearly cut it off, and Susan Atkins later famously tried to sew it back on with dental floss. I was focusing on this image of Gary Hinman's severed or slashed ear all day before this incident. And right when I was in the midst of researching the first Manson file, I had contacted a collector of Manson memorabilia named Nick Bugis. He later became the sort of court photographer for Anton LaVey, and he made a film about Anton LaVey. I introduced him to LaVey in the Church of Satan. He had the idea to go to this comedy club, but before we go, he wanted to leave these anti-gay flyers printed on pink paper that sort of had an anti-gay, anti-AIDS message in the gay area of West Hollywood. Nick Bugis, I, and this fairly well-known comedian, who's still fairly well-known, I won't mention him, left these anti-gay flyers that were deliberately provocative. When we got back into the car, there was a second in which I left the car door halfway open, and some people, I could hardly see them. One of them was like a bodybuilder type guy, African American, and two other people started shaking the car. They had obviously seen these flyers, and we thought for sure we're going to be killed. Finally, he pushes the gas. He was driving, and somehow we got out of it. And I said, okay, we got away with that. And then I went into shock. I was like laughing. And then he looked at me, and there was blood all over my shirt. I had a black shirt on, but you could see, drenched with shining blood. And I felt for my ear, and it was gone.